What's up, everybody? It's Crazy Horse, aka Notice. Today's video is something a little different. It's not the typical on the road maniac swerving in and out of traffic and cars. Today is the part that I don't like as much as riding, which is maintenance day. And for me, maintenance day could be something as simple as doing an oil change, chain tightening, chain lubrication, air filter, etc., etc. Today, actually, we're going to be doing spark plugs. So here, we have my 2007 Kawasaki Nomad. I'll do this, but obviously this is a 360 camera, so I'll just pan it later. And I got it at 44,000 miles. Just hit 49,000. It's a little over. In that time, I replaced the rear wheel, I replaced the clutch. Saw a video the other day. Saw a guy replacing the plugs, so I figured, hey, probably a good time for me to replace the plugs. This thing was not babied until I got a hold of it. It sat outside for a while, admittedly by the owner. Could see part of the exhaust shield missing here. Kind of see in the background over there. I actually have it, just got to get installed. I'm gonna have my buddy James at Godspeed Motorsports install it for me. We'll take a video of that so we can throw it up. That'll come at a later point in time. But the exhaust is actually something simple. It's just these two bolts here, these two bolts there. Bolt there, and then this part is just actually heat shielding. You can see that we have this fiberglass heat shielding strap here, but yeah, when I ride, it still gets entirely way too hot. So that'll be a later episode. It'll be a joint collaboration with me and Godspeed Motorsports. So went to Amazon. I'm not sponsored, but I got these NGK spark plugs. It came in a pack of 4. On the motorcycle here, just flip it around here, we have a plug here and a plug here, and then on the other side, we have 2 more plugs. So we'll start with the with this side here, and then see how well or how easy the other side goes. I do have gloves, so let me just put on some gloves here before we get started. When, if you can, wear gloves, multitude of reasons. The black ones look cool. I don't know about y'all, but I find that even when I wear gloves, I always rip them apart, man. I see people go through videos online and wear the same. It seems like they wear the same gloves. I don't know if it's just a recording trick or what, but I tear mine up all the time. So without further ado, we'll pop this here. Give that there. I'm only gonna pop one at a time. Now, I saw something online here. It said you might need a specialty tool because this is a relatively deep socket. I'm gonna pray that I don't need a specialty tool. So let's just see if it'll get down in there. Am I in? Let me see. Let me see. Let's investigate this. So obviously, we don't want to break anything, but at the same time, well, maybe I got in there. Let's see. Let's see if it'll come out. Oh yeah, sure did. It didn't feel like I got a bite on it, but I did. Now I'm probably gonna have to get in there with some needle nose pliers or something because, or maybe not. Let's see. Oh. We've got liftoff. Now, this, I'd say actually, we got an autofocus here. It doesn't look too bad. If I smell it, I don't smell oil. It doesn't look all crudded up, so I would say that this actually, you know, I don't know if the spark plugs were changed before that. Now, in a matter of coincidence, these were NGK plugs that I got, so but this is one thing that I did see here, and we'll see if there's any difference in performance. It's very hard to see, but this one here on the right has a little bit more clearance. I'd say actually, on a small scale, significantly more clearance than the other. I don't think that should hurt anything. This one's from Japan. Hell, I wonder if these are the original plugs. K249. F588. I'm not sure, but what we'll do is we'll go for the gusto. And see, I don't think we'll run into any problems, but we'll see, and if we do, then we can always just replace, right? So I think it's biting. Yeah, I can see it getting in there. Alright, so just like that. Make sure that I'm not too loose. We've got one plug done. And so we'll hopefully lather, rinse, repeat here. Just stick that there. Pop this bad boy off. Oops. I need to get a new battery for my Milwaukee. Definitely would have made this a lot faster and easier. Yeah, again, another yeah, this looks like an original to me, man. I don't know. I don't think. I mean, I'm definitely not an original. Let me take that back. But it's definitely had some life on it. So now we'll place this one with a brand new sparker. When and where I've had really bad experiences with power tools, stripping bolts and stuff, so hand tight is usually pretty good. Try not to over crank it. Alright, I don't want to go any further than that. Alright, so we'll slap that back on. Alright, that feels like it got a nice hold on to it. So, boom, actually making some pretty good progress here. We'll scoot over to the other side. I currently don't have a stand. So now here, I'll lower this a little bit. So we've got two more ports on this side. Again, this is a 2007 Kawasaki Vulcan. I don't think it's the classic. I believe it's the Nomad. There's a couple different variations of them. As you guys probably will see in the beginning of the video, got a CBR. Definitely a different feeling being on this thing with my CBR. No, I rode my CBR for, God, 15 plus years. I'll just do this to give myself a little more clearance. 15 years on my CBR. She was always good to me. Never had any problems. I had a previous video where I went through and I was explaining that only once in 15 years, like, it never left me stranded. I made a mistake, very costly mistake one time where I neglected to properly secure the battery in it in the terminal, and I ended up frying the terminals. Any of you guys that see this video out of Florida, I had to push this thing down Curry Ford Road and Semerin Boulevard. All right, here we've got a little bit of oil, it seems like. It could also be some oil over the plug here, whoever did the plug before me, but yeah, that's got a little bit of oil on it. We'll get a paper towel. She's old, for sure. Yeah, the oil is just on the plug itself. That's interesting. There's no oil or the coil. no actual oil on the spark plug itself. Interesting, something I'll have to get an opinion on with my buddy. See what he suggests there. Some good bite there. Alright, that feels pretty snug. Alright, that sounds like a good, that second one sounded like an even more solid connection. When in doubt, double check, you know. It's okay to second guess yourself. I'm always doing it. Okay, so now, here we go. I was gonna say, let me find out. The last one's gonna be a pain in the butt, but it wasn't. That's interesting. It seemed like the other one on the other side was in a little bit deeper. Maybe that's where online I was seeing that need for that specialty tool. But you know what? I have a standard little DeWalt mechanic set that I was gifted some years ago. And the deep socket 18 seems to be working honestly just fine. And this one's pretty dry. I saw somewhere online that people would spray some WD-40, I guess, into the coil top, but not here. But this thing does look like it's been on here quite a while. So we'll just replace this one too. I'll fire her up. Well, I'll open the garage, fire her up, make sure everything works, and then take it for maybe a quick little spin around the neighborhood. Just to make sure that everything is copacetic. All right, we've got bite. Thank God I didn't need any specialty tools with this. That would have been a bummer. There's nothing worse than going into something and then realizing that you need another tool of some sort. Sometimes they can get a little expensive, especially if you have, you know, certain sport bikes or that tool is specially designed by the manufacturer. You know, honestly, I feel like they're cash grabs sometimes. And then my other opinion is I feel like engineers should be forced to service the things that they build. Because far too often, you get something and you're like, man, who on earth thought that that would be the most ideal way to go about doing this? Right? Who thought? Who thought? All right, so just like that, I probably did 5 minutes of talking, but we've got the spark plugs replaced on an '07 Kawasaki. We're just gonna say Nomad. That's what I believe she is. That's our story, and we're sticking to it. So give me just a second here. I'll open the garage and we will fire her up. Now she doesn't have any special exhaust or anything on it, so we should be able to just on. That fire up sounded actually really good. I'd been noticing before that sometimes firing her up, it would take an extra second. But that was pretty good. That was pretty good. So what I'll do is I'll stop for the moment. Well, actually, you know what? I don't even need to stop for the moment. The beauty of my setup here is that I can go straight from handheld to recording on the bike. But I am gonna have to get the keys to one of the cars to move them off the driveway, right? I'm spinning you guys around, sorry. Let's go do that and then we'll just circle the block. Holy smokes, is it hot. And we'll see. I wouldn't say that this thing has been sluggish, but I did buy her with 45,000 miles on it. And as I mentioned in the video, I had to replace the clutch. So now, let's see what we get. The clutch was replaced February or March. Oh yeah, very clean startup. No slugging around. I should probably check the tire pressure, but we're just gonna go around the neighborhood, so. I do live in a state where riding without a helmet is legal. Before anyone says you should wear a lid. Close the garage real quick. Come on, baby, what's going on here? 10 seconds. Sounds a lot cleaner. I do feel a little bit more pep. Remember, like I said, I'm not sponsored by NGK or anything like that, so. Shot, spark plug change,